Hey there, crypto family. Welcome back to XRP Insider Channel. I'm absolutely pumped to dive into another XRP discussion with you today. No matter where you're watching from around this amazing world of ours, I hope you're having an incredible day. Let's jump right into some fascinating XRP insights that could change how you think about this digital asset. So here's something that really caught my attention. A crypto expert recently said something brilliant. You don't need to be a genius to win with XRP. You just need to avoid selling too soon.
And wow, does that hit home? The guy also talked about how being emotional and impatient can absolutely wreck your crypto journey. Here's the truth bomb. The one thing you absolutely need to succeed in this space is patience. And let me tell you, XRP will teach you patience faster than anything else. Think about it. Once you buy XRP, you'll watch it cruise sideways for what feels like forever. You'll see it climb a few cents, then slide back down. And when those dreaded red days show up, that's when you need to become a Zen master and just ignore the noise. I've been telling you this from day one. Leave your emotions at the door when you step into crypto. But here's what I see people doing all the time. They try to get clever, selling at one price, hoping to buy back cheaper. Sometimes it works out, but other times, they end up buying back at an even higher price and losing precious XRP in the process. My golden rule for red days? Do absolutely nothing. Or better yet, if you're feeling brave, buy the dip. Never, and I mean never, sell your crypto on a red day. Buy it, hold it tight, and wait for the magic to happen. That's your winning formula with XRP. Now, here's where things get really exciting. This insight comes from Michael Branch, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. We might be looking at a potential XRP supply squeeze that's brewing right under our noses. Market watchers are starting to pay serious attention. And Zach Rector has dropped a warning that's got everyone talking. He's saying that the long-dismissed XRP supply shock narrative isn't just wishful thinking anymore, it's becoming reality. Here's the kicker. Hugo Fillion from Flare is planning to lock up 5% of the total XRP supply within their network. Let me repeat that. 5% of the entire supply. If that happens, we're looking at an absolute game changer. I've been saying this for ages. Flare is going to be an absolute monster in this space. It's not a question of if, it's when. But here's what gets me even more excited. There are going to be so many other places where XRP will be locked up for extended periods. I'm still waiting for those liquidity pools to start flowing between companies, between countries, between banks. The Bank for International Settlements has mentioned this multiple times in their white papers. It's not speculation anymore, it's coming. And when it does, XRP scarcity is going to be real. Now, let me share something that might be controversial, but hear me out. If you're holding altcoins and you decide to sell them this cycle, whatever you do, don't buy them back again. I know that sounds crazy, but listen to why. 4 years of guaranteed pain from holding isn't worth the potential 4 to 6 weeks of alt season gains. But here's the flip side. Those 4 to 6 weeks of alt season can literally earn you more than what most people make working for 5 entire years. Think about that for a second. We're talking about potential life-changing money and the path to financial freedom. But here's why I'm even more bullish this time around. Why would you want to sell all your crypto right when we're about to start earning passive income from it? Back in 2021, I would have told you to sell when the market peaked. But this cycle, everything's different. We're watching institutions flood in. We're on the verge of utility actually driving the prices of utility-driven cryptocurrencies like XRP. So why would you ever sell into worthless US dollars anyway? If you absolutely must take profits, do it smart. Take them in stablecoins. At least stablecoins earn you yield. Unlike regular dollars sitting in your bank account doing absolutely nothing. Here's something that'll blow your mind. While banks are offering you less than 1% on your savings, Ripple is quietly acquiring all the infrastructure that moves money around the globe. We're talking about XRP potentially moving and settling all global payments. That's absolutely massive. And here's proof this isn't just wishful thinking. Ripple is the very first body member of the entire global DT standard. Not second, not third. First, look at who they're working with and tell me this isn't the real deal. The BIS, the IMF, the World Economic Forum, countless banks operating behind the scenes. I wouldn't be surprised if they're even working with BlackRock. Think about it. Why do you think Larry Fink can't openly talk about Ripple or XRP? Why is Brad so careful when discussing Larry Fink and BlackRock? When you see connections like that, you know you're invested in the right cryptocurrency. You're literally invested in what the elites are investing in, what they're pointing to as the future of finance. And it's not just XRP we should be watching. We've got XLM, XDC, HBAR, QNT, ALGO, IOTA, and ADA, all positioning themselves in this space. Let me tell you something about QNT specifically. When people finally realize how scarce it really is, they're going to kick themselves for not paying attention earlier. This token is going to emerge in a massive way, and we're still waiting for that moment. People think QNT is overpriced at $100? Are you kidding me? It's severely underpriced at $100. Look at XRP right now. Do you honestly think this current price reflects what one XRP should actually be worth? Absolutely not. It should be worth so much more already, but it's been artificially suppressed for years. First by the Ripple versus SEC case, then by an unlevel playing field where the system worked against us. But here's the exciting part. We're on the verge of getting that level playing field. And when we do, XRP is going to take the #1 spot away from Bitcoin. Mark my words. Now let's address some of the fear-mongering you see everywhere. The government is about to seize your Bitcoin wallet. Do this now. Or they're coming for your XRP. It's all complete nonsense. The government is not going to seize your XRP. However, and this is crucial, exchanges can and will freeze your crypto when things get rough. Just look at what happened during last Friday's massive crash. Donald R. Wilson, founder of DRW Holdings, LLC, absolutely called out crypto exchanges for violating one of trading's most basic principles, neutrality. He criticized these platforms for failing to stay neutral during that $19 billion market crash. Here's what really happened. Some exchanges acted as both traders and venues, making the sell-off even worse. They suspended deposits right in the middle of the crash, something that would be absolutely unthinkable in traditional markets. People who wanted to buy the dip couldn't buy. People who wanted to sell couldn't sell. Everyone was stuck in limbo. This is exactly why I keep hammering this point. Not your keys, not your crypto. You don't buy groceries and leave them at the store, so why would you leave your crypto on exchanges?
If we did leave assets on exchange, could they freeze them? And for what reason could they freeze them? They can do anything they want. They can take them from you. They can say you're a terrorist and freeze your wallets at any time. They can say that you didn't meet the KYC AML qualifications for whatever reason and hold them. They can say you moved too much off the exchange or didn't move enough on the exchange, or they sat there too long or didn't sit there long enough. For any reason, any time, whichever way the wind blows, they can decide that they don't want to give you those assets if they're on an exchange. They lock your account. It's happened to me plenty of times, like for no reason. It's like, I don't like this guy today. Lock his account. We say get your assets off of an exchange for reasons. There's been lots of people that have been really pissed off and they can't do anything about it because they signed a contract to be able to participate on the exchange. And the assets are owned by the exchange. They are owed back to you. You are a creditor of the exchange. Again, they're their assets and they can do whatever they want with them at any time. They can also leverage them. That's what's caused a bunch of problems for people, is you don't own the assets if they're on the exchange. So up to you, but I would not leave them there.
So remember, not your keys, not your crypto. I stress this more than anything because exchanges can freeze your assets at the worst possible moments. There's another narrative floating around that the US government could take over Ripple's XRP escrow for reserve purposes. Again, the government isn't going to seize Ripple's escrow. Could Ripple voluntarily hand over some XRP to the US government? Maybe, but seizure? Not happening. And your personal XRP? The government isn't coming for that either. This narrative has been floating around crypto spaces forever. As soon as the government needs XRP for cross-border payments and on-demand liquidity, they're coming for yours. It goes down the same ridiculous road as they're never going to let XRP holders get rich. Both statements are absolutely false. Here's what's actually going to happen. The government is not going to seize your XRP, and you are going to get rich from your XRP holdings. The infrastructure is being built, the partnerships are forming, and the utility is becoming undeniable. Here's the bottom line that nobody wants to hear. How long you're willing to hold this cryptocurrency is going to determine exactly how much money you make. It's that simple, and nobody can keep that from happening to you. Some people are going to make significantly less than others for one reason only. They're going to sell way too soon. They'll sell right before the magic happens, and they'll spend years kicking themselves for it. Check this out. This week's Economist magazine cover story is absolutely mind-blowing. The coming debt emergency. And we're not talking about developing countries here. This is about advanced nations facing a debt crisis. They all know debt is a massive problem now. So what's their solution? They want to tokenize the debt and sell it all around the world. in places where US debt has never been sold before. That's exactly why tokenization has become priority number one. Think about it. All the traditional buyers of US debt, they don't want it anymore. So now they've got to find new buyers and fast. But here's the incredible part. We already have a cryptocurrency that can solve this entire debt crisis. It's called XRP. Let's talk about something that affects every single one of us. How the paper money system and Federal Reserve are literally plundering American taxpayers. They're robbing you through inflation, and I 100% agree with that assessment. Picture this. You put $100,000 in a savings account and never touch it. Over time, that money continues to lose more and more value, even though the number stays the same. It's like watching your wealth evaporate in slow motion. And this is exactly why stablecoins are such a massive threat to the traditional banking system. You can take that same money sitting in your pathetic savings account and put it into a stablecoin earning 4% yield. Sure, it might not fight off all the inflation, but at least it fights off some of it. Don't be fooled into thinking inflation will just disappear overnight. Here's the dirty secret. The Fed creates the inflation they're pretending to fight. That's why they're so reluctant with rate cuts, always playing this back and forth game. No rate cut this month. Let's look ahead to next month. They just keep kicking the can down the road. The good news? I think we're about to see more rate cuts in 2025, and that's going to be fantastic for crypto. Now, let's talk about something that's going to completely transform how we make money. AI bots and AI agents. This is where passive income gets really exciting. AI bots don't just trade faster than humans, they learn faster. We're talking about machine learning combined with DeFi, where strategies evolve every single block. They're already outperforming human managers who are still relying on quarterly reports like it's 1995. This isn't just automation, this is evolution. Which AI bot are you running right now? Because here's a stat that should blow your mind. AI bots are already surpassing 90% of portfolio managers. That gap is only going to get bigger in the future, but here's where it gets really cool. AI agents are going to optimize every aspect of your crypto holdings. The AI agent will know exactly how much money you need to be earning every day and give you a complete breakdown. Imagine this. You're out shopping, buying things you want, and simultaneously, your AI agent is making that money back for you throughout the entire day. While you're living your life, your crypto is working harder than any human portfolio manager ever could. Picture this incredible scenario. You're lounging on a beautiful vacation, and that entire vacation is being paid for by your AI agent earning money for you 24/7. And we're going to see this reality very, very soon. Every single crypto investor out there, every one of us, will eventually have an AI agent working for us. But here's the key difference. Instead of selling your crypto into worthless US dollars, you're putting your crypto to work for you. That's the game changer right there. We're about to see massive changes over the coming months once we finally get clear regulations in the United States. The moment that happens, it's like flipping a switch. All the institutions will get the green light they've been waiting for. And when they do, they're going to pour into this space exactly the way retail investors FOMO in when XRP starts skyrocketing. They're going to rush in because there's serious money to be made here, and they want to capitalize on it as fast as possible. Here's your advantage. Anybody who gets in now has first mover advantage over the competition. That's a massive edge that won't last forever. This is exactly why I think XRP is going to be the major shocker of this entire run. I genuinely believe it's going to hit some of those price targets that even the most bullish people are calling for. And yes, I think there's a real chance we could see 3 digits. Let that sink in for a moment. 3-digit XRP. Now, will it actually happen? That depends on a few crucial factors. How much money flows into the ETFs? What's happening with the supply situation? Are institutions quietly buying up and hoarding XRP right now? Some institutions will invest beyond just the ETF. They'll want to hold the actual asset. It's still too early to say exactly how massive this could get. But here's what I do know. The setup is like a perfect storm for XRP to achieve those 3-digit price levels. Until that magical moment happens, here's what you need to do. Stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. The infrastructure is being built. The regulations are coming, the institutions are preparing, and XRP is positioning itself at the absolute center of the global financial revolution. Your AI agents will soon be working around the clock, your crypto will be generating passive income, and you'll be living the life you've always dreamed of. All because you had the patience and vision to hold through the noise. All right, crypto family, that's a wrap on today's deep dive. I want to give a massive thank you to each and every one of you for watching and being part of this incredible journey. Your support means everything to me. If this video opened your eyes to what's coming, smash that like button, share it with your crypto friends, and let me know in the comments what you're most excited about. The AI revolution, 3-digit XRP, or the upcoming regulatory clarity. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, we're not just investing in crypto, we're investing in the future of money itself. Stay strong, stay patient, and let's ride this wave to financial freedom together.